ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. A moment ago, through a shower of pyrotechnics, it was the hometown Broncos taking the field as they get set to do battle with the Washington football team. And off we go from Denver. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. This defense for the Broncos, they were very strong last week in that win over Cleveland.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and try to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
Only a yard on the pickup, so from a good situation on 2nd and 2, it's now 3rd and 1. Shotgun snap now for Kaepernick. And this pass broken up. The contact well-timed there, and now 4th down. So on 4th down, Washington going to call on Tress Way to punt it away. KJ Hamler deep for the Broncos. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. First and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. Now a first carry for Melvin Gordon. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. And, Charles, you think about what this defense has had to prepare for. They're in for a battle. I mean, they're facing a team that is working on a 6-game winning streak.
And that can be intimidating when you think about it in those terms, but I think what they need to do is make some sort of a statement early in this game, whether it's a turnover, a takeaway, a key sack on 3rd down, a 3-and-out. Something lets the other guys know that you mean business. Figuratively, throw the first punch and make it a good one.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. The completion there for the reigning MVP. And Charles, even though he's slip-sliding towards 40, it is certainly a tough task to ask a defense to stop Aaron Rodgers. But what can they at least try to do to slow him down?
I think for him is take advantage of the few opportunities he gives you. He's not going to throw very many interceptions, so if you get a chance to get your hands on the ball, you better take it. But if you can get him off the field on 3rd down, that is a huge one. Be able to blanket receivers, knock the ball free, but get off the field, because the longer that drive goes, he's going to put it in the end zone.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now they run from the gun with Gordon. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Throwing is Rodgers. This is Gordon on the dump off. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got him the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Now it's Rodgers. Open man is Gordon, complete. And he will have the first down as he gets this to the 47. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
Tackle made by Chase Young.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Noah Fant, his 6th touchdown of the season, and the Broncos have taken the early lead. Both sides of the football in sync early. You force the 3 and out, and then you take it down, score points.
You know what that tells me? They sold their game plan really well. Head coach said, listen, we're just going to stop them on 3 and out. We're going to take the ball downfield and score. But he also told them how it was going to happen. They're going to run this. We're going to stop it. Then we're going to take the ball. They won't be able to keep up with us. And they got it done.
And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. In the midst of, well, let's just say a not-so-rosy losing streak. They've got the open week, though, coming up next weekend, so you have to figure this to be a game that they dearly love to have.
Oh, indeed. They have to have this one, because that's something positive to take with you when you go away for a few days, and it actually releases your mind. If they lose this one, that mind stays cluttered the entire time they're away, and they've got to scramble to get back in sync when they start playing again.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Callahan, and he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. And this defense looking like they have come to play the pick 6, and just like that, it's 13-0 early on.
Well, go back with me to our training camp visits. What do we hear during these drills? Pass. Ball's in the air.
And then my favorite.
Oski, that's the interception. That means everybody finds someone to block them legally, stay on your feet, and they get it done. Touchdown.
Washington takes over 1st and 10.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they gave up the pick 6, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful, because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. Now Kaepernick. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick 6. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already.
Washington will take over 1st and 10 at their own 20.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And fresh off the pick 6, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
Comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
Deep in there, right? Yeah. So the screen good for only 2. Now it's third down. They fake the give. Now Kaepernick. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. It was Von Miller who shot in there to get him down. Here's Tressway now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. Hamler now on the return. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And the Broncos take over. First down and 10. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Now this time Rodgers will throw. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. He had the touchdown on the opening drive. Now he's got a first down.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
10 more there and another first down.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
Rodgers now on first down, eluding the pressure right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Second and 10. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And he's going to be stopped close to the first down marker at Washington's 12-yard line. 30. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. 2 minutes gone by, second quarter. Rodgers looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Flush to his right. He's got it to Williams. And he will have a Broncos first down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. Now Gordon on first down.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
On 2nd and 9, Rodgers. And this is caught by Sutton. Touchdown Broncos. Cortland Sutton, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Broncos are able to add on to their first half lead. Now McManus for the extra point. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now.
Makes the score Broncos 28, Washington nothing. Brandon McManus to kick off third down.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Washington takes over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Shotgun handoff to Gibson. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Throwing now is Kaepernick. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. Washington on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. They're looking at third and the nose of the football. They'll run with Gibson. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On first down, right back to Gibson. In on the stop there, Alexander Johnson, the Broncos' leading tackler last year. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
Winds up and lets it go for Samuel. And this is incomplete. Oh, he looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. The line to gain is the 33 on third down. To throw, Kaepernick. Had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
The Broncos take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Jamin Davis, the rookie first-round pick, in on the tackle.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 23-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Push him back. Push him back. Check.
Now Rodgers on the bootleg. Open man. He completes it to Judy. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. An extra man in the secondary for Washington on third down. Rodgers going to throw. Got a man. It's Judy, complete. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. Shotgun now for Rodgers. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. So, Charles, you talk about this offense, this Week 8 of the 2021 campaign. Now, normally this would be the halfway point of the season, but as we all know, this is now a 17-game regular season. And because of that, seems like now maybe more than ever, getting your open week to occur later in the season, that could be a pretty big advantage.
Brandon, it's always been a big advantage, and now, as you pointed out, the possibility of it becoming huge, likely. Most teams want that later open date because of injuries, getting that rest before the playoff push, all of those things. Sometimes when you get an open date early in the season, it's not really much of an advantage. You might be playing well, not slows down your momentum. This is a big deal, and teams definitely like it. The later, the better.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they get the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Play action. Now it's Rodgers. They'll roll him out right. That's complete. Akure-Bunan. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. They'll hand it off now. Williams. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
They fake the give. Now Rodgers. And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. Daron Payne able to record his 5th sack of the season. Defense went 3-4. They got some push from the inside.
And this is something in a 3-4 you don't normally get because the nose tackle who got the sack, he's usually responsible or ends up getting double-teamed and sometimes triple-teamed. How about him working his way back and putting the big guy on the ground?
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Left side here, that's the tight end Fant. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th. And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. And they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the 3rd quarter.
And as a defense,
The way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
Out there set ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They've got to dig down deep, and they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. And right about now, you start to think, and maybe they're starting to think, gosh, maybe points aren't going to happen for us in this game.
Well, it's a thought that is worth having because so far in this game, this defense has not just had the upper hand. They've appeared to be a step ahead, maybe even 2 steps, to everything they've done. They've had an answer for everything this offense has thrown at them.
And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16. Now keep in mind, if you're thinking of staying on the ground, this is a top 5 rush defense.
Yeah, but I don't think you shy away totally with the run. At least show them the hint of a run before you decide to throw the football.
Here's 2nd and 9. On play action, Rodgers. He'll buy some time right. And he's got his tight end Fant. Touchdown Broncos. Noah Fant with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Broncos use this short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Extra point from McManus is good, and the lead will swell by 1 more. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And you combine a big leg with a mile-high air, there's the outcome. This will sail out of the end zone for a touchback. Out there set ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. To throw, Kaepernick. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. Sheds off the tackle. And he'll bring it all the way back just a yard or 2 shy. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They keep it on the ground. Again, Gordon. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 49 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football. Sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. They'll run out of the gun here. Williams. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. It was Deron Payne who got in there to make the play. Behind the chains, 2nd and 13. Working from the gun. Rodgers. He's going to drop this one down to Gordon. And this time not quite to the 30. He'll be down at the 31-yard line.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
They'll try and run it. Here's Gordon. It's a 1st down and more for Gordon. And all the way down to the 17-yard line. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver 1st down. On that last run, he's now hit the 6,000-yard mark for rushing yards in his career.
And moves him squarely into the top 100 rushers of all time. In fact, he can boast that he's rushed for over 1,000 yards more than Gale Sayers did in his career. And Gale Sayers was a Hall of Famer in a short career.
And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. K.J. Hamler, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down. We have played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. So the 1st down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. They'll give it to Gordon out of the shotgun. And a good gain here of 9 from the 19 down to the 10.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
This is Gordon as they go to him again. And he gets the 1st down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Melvin Gordon, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Broncos add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. So a toss play there does the trick as he's into the end zone.
And you don't run this unless you're sure you've got a guy who has the speed who can get to the edge, because what you're hoping for him to win the race to the corner and turn it upfield to the end zone.
McManus's point after is good, and that will extend this big lead. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Now it's Adam Humphries on the return. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one. That's a good way to start the drive, 17 yards and a 1st down. So the shotgun snap to Allen. Got a man, it's De'Ami Brown, complete. A gain of 6 there on 1st. They'll come up on a 2nd and 4 now from the 40-yard line. Gibson here running out of the gun. And some room to work. There he goes, left side. 20. And he's taken down, but not before he gets to the Broncos' 17-yard line. 57 yards on the ground for him so far. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. And they'll run here with Gibson. And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
47. Check, 47. Pick it up, guys. Pick it up. 47 is the mic.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Allen. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It's a gain of 5. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. A handoff for Gibson. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. Give him the 3rd down conversion. 5 yards on the play.
Mike's 47. Mike's 47. Let's go. 47, Mike.
Allen now looks to throw. And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown. T.J. Hockenson, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And Washington able to get a score back. So they will get on the scoreboard here. Give them credit for that. Too little, too late, but no 0. Oh, you're going slow clap on me.
Not very nice, is it?
No, but they haven't been very nice on offense. It's been a struggle. Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And this crowd has certainly liked what they've seen. Their guys fully expected to win this one coming in, and they have not disappointed as they've got the big lead here in the 4th. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. They'll keep it on the ground. Gordon, and he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. Deron Payne in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Here's Chris Jones now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. A field position changer there. 49 yards on the punt. Couple that with a loss on the return. And we have reached the 2-minute warning. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Throwing on 1st down is Allen. Out to the left there and complete to the tight end, Hockenson. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete. Antonio Gibson, the intended target. But now it's 3rd down. Allen off the play fake. Rolling to his right. And he finds McLaurin. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That's good for 28 yards. On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one right up.
And the Broncos get there and take him down.
Bradley Chubb continues to round into form. Remember, he had knee surgery in 2019 and followed that up with 8 sacks in 2020, continuing to ascend in the NFL.
Throwing is Allen on third. That one is slant to McLaurin. And he'll get this only to about the 38 as they stop him a few yards shy of the line to gain. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have